are only 2 Isekai protagonists that I would say have character development. As most of them are overpowered, there is no room for development, which leads to a very one-dimensional character. But Subaru and Rudeus from Rezero and Mushoku Tensei do not fall in this category. All the pain they go through always gave me chills. Their struggles felt real and I always wished them happiness. In this video, I want to discuss all the changes that happened to Subaru. The realization of character progression of Subaru from each arc seriously gave me chills. Let's start the video with the first arc. In the first arc, Subaru seems to be an extroverted person that will speak what he thinks. You might have seen this meme, and this immediately lets us know how Subaru carries himself. He falls in love with Emilia and tries his best to find the insignia Emilia lost. In one of the resets, we learn that if Subaru did not help Emilia, she would have reached her goal much quicker. This already shows how powerless Subaru is in this world. His interference is more of a hindrance than an assist, though throughout all the repeats, it does pick up some things. At the last repeat, Elsa gets defeated with the help of Subaru. One of the reasons why I love Rezero is it introduces the same setting but in different scenarios. Like every reset unveils a new thing till we reach the climax. The climax of Rem being the killer was so good. I did feel something fishy about Rem and Ram, and the reveal paid off for me. A thing that can be noted in Arc 2 is that this is the first time Subaru willingly tries to kill himself. Just keep that in the back of your mind as it will be relevant later. The second arc was so fun as it introduces the people in the mansion to us. We meet Betty, Roswell, Rem and Ram. Here, Subaru slowly learns about magic. This dog magic beast fight is one of my favorite moments in Rezero as it is the arc where Rem falls for Subaru. Then arc 3 is where the things start to pick up. This arc was hard to digest. By watching the previous episodes, we know Subaru is highly optimistic. Reviewing all the previous fights, they were because of someone's help. Subaru never got the finishing blow. Subaru can only get credit for the fact that he used his brain to create those situations. He recklessly charges into all his fights. He really does have the pride of a fool. This scene where Subaru gets overconfident in himself was painful to watch for me. It is the lowest point Subaru can go as a man. Emilia liked Subaru because he was the only person that looked at her differently, looking past her status and appearance. This just made things worse. Subaru feels very dejected and nothing goes as he wishes. The sword fight was such a humiliating experience. We see an optimistic man get broken to his very core. Episode 15 made me speechless. The way Rem gets killed and the ending of episode 15 gave me huge chills. After this, he finally gives up. He asks Rem to choose and live with him. Rem is my second favorite waifu because of this reset to zero moment. Her love is so pure and she tells what every human in this world should hear. Simple words of "you are needed and you are loved just the way you are." It can get cringy, but those words at the right time gives you lots of motivation. I was going through stuff and this helped me so much. It made me look at the positive rather than focus on the negatives. After this, Subaru gets up and starts his scheme after going through all the resets. The whale subjugation was an excellent route to pick. The white whale is one of the most intimidating kaijus in anime history. When it turned to 3, I thought this is another reset point. How it died was so epic, a great end to the decades of torment this whale did to the citizens of Rezero's world. Wilhelm Scott were such a great addition at the climax. I felt the pain he felt after losing his beloved wife. And I do want to talk about Betelgeuse. Many people thought he was annoying, but he was scary to me. When you cannot predict a character's next move, those characters bring so much chaos and drama into the show. And after we learned more about Betelgeuse, he became more human. Imagine if Subaru lost Emilia. Subaru will be as psychopathic as Betelgeuse. Betelgeuse's obsession with Satella and Subaru's obsession with Emilia has lots of parallels to be drawn. The death of Betelgeuse and the lap pillow of Emilia marks the end of Season 1. It had a big climax, but Season 2 reveals that it was not a happy ever after moment. Season 2 starts with Rem's amnesia. With no hesitation, Subaru kills himself for the reset, but he could not jump to the desired reset point. After some negotiations, they go to the sanctuary where majority of Season 2 takes place. Here, we see the backstory of Subaru. This was very required as it shows where Subaru started from. He always had an inferior complex from his father. His optimistic personality was a front to cover where he lacks. This backstory makes us realize why Subaru goes up and beyond for many of his alterations. It's because he regrets always giving up in his original world. He thinks that God has given him a second chance, so now he does his best. Subaru meets Echidna, whom he finally could reveal his reset powers. It's like a huge burden fell off from his shoulders. That is why the betrayal of Echidna was so devastating to him. The rest of the episode is all about Emilia. Since this is a Subaru video, I will skip those, but I do want to say that Emilia did become so much better in the second season. This scene gave me so many laughs. Jumping from that, I can finally talk about one of the best characters in this anime, Roswaal. Roswaal's reveal was so good. He wants Subaru to be devoted only to Emilia. Subaru, however, wants everyone to have a good ending. Roswaal's backstory was so interesting, and the way he manipulated all the situation behind the scenes was breathtaking. He is one of the best side characters ever written. The one major thing I want to highlight now is when Otto said, "Why are you not uttering the names of Emilia?" That was the moment when I realized what happened to Subaru. Subaru, as the season progressed, has subtly subdued his emotions. He forgot what he most desired: to help Emilia reach her goals. Otto's interaction was crucial to Subaru as he understands what all the resets and meetings with the witches have done to his brain. Making Betty a familiar was great, and it was finally the high from season 2. So, in 2 seasons, Subaru went from an optimistic self to a devastated self, to a dejected and insecure self, and lastly to a numb self. It was a roller coaster of emotions that Subaru rode through. He finally put all of his insecurities behind and moved forward to his next adventures. As a longtime fan, it feels like a child has turned into an adult. I pray that Season 3 will come as soon as possible. I am so invested in this anime, and I did hear that the light novel is about to finish. I hope you look forward to the Rezero franchise as I do. It will be the end of this video, and signing out is Anime Dungeon.